I wish that the game developers would just let us relive all of our nostalgia the way that we want to relive it, instead of trying to force all these things down our throat that don't work. Like bringing out a fucking, like, if they had just, like, if they took all of the main Call of Duties that I would say are the prime of Call of Duty, like COD 4, World at War, MW2, MW3, Black Ops 1, World at War, if I didn't say that already, Black Ops 2, and just everything, and all of those, just like, if we could just have all that back, just let us play these games in an old style, fashion, some way, like just make it real. And invest in that shit. I promise you, we will be playing for the next 10 years. 100%. Now you have a 14-month-old and a wife, man. Life moves, bro. Oh my god. It's crazy. I can't even. Some days I do. I think about it. I'm like, damn, am I really in my late 20s now? Like, I'm the one having nostalgia over shit instead of building the nostalgia around the things I have going on in my life. Honestly, if I could just play, if you could take me to a time, like, just build something where I can recreate the Xbox 360 experience. Just give us all what we need. If I could load into something on my computer or on, like, just, I don't even know how to fucking, I need it, bro. We need it. I'm sitting here saying this, acting like they're ever gonna do something. Fuck if they ever will. But, like, they're gonna find out eventually that that's the thing that they need to do.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Yeah, I don't. It's just like, so when you look at a game like Overwatch, where, like, for the last 10 years, all they've done on it is, like, expand it and make it different. Not always in ways that would, like, I would rather, I don't know. That's kind of a toss-up, though, because, like, if they had invested in any of these games and tried to stick with them for the past 10 years, like, I don't know that that would have gone very well. I don't think having those types of changes to these games would be a pivotal point for any company to follow through with. Yeah. I think it's just like, I think the whole thing around them pulling these ports out for these consoles, and I just got a hit marker. On top, and just seeing, like, how dedicated people still are to playing them. Yeah. I don't really think. I think they should just make. I think they should just turn the whole Xbox 360 experience into, like, a monthly or yearly subscription that has all of these old games in it, and they can add all of their own microtransactions into those games for it to make sense, but not in a way that it destroys the main engine functionality or anything like that. It has to, like, be limited to bug fixes, quality of life improvements that still do not generally impact the game itself. And I think if they just did that for, like, most of the OG titles, because it's not just COD, like, if they did this for Halo, imagine just imagine the like the amount of people who would surge around for Halo, for Gears, for, like, all of the OG games. And I think that that's what the gaming companies are finding out. They're going to find out one way or another. Either their sales or their experiments are going to tell the tale. because now, like, you know, the older generation of gamers are the gamers who grew up on this. Like, and, you know, whenever Fortnite came out, like, Fortnite got to where it was, because, like, by now, Fortnite's almost 10 years old. There are people who started playing that game when they were kids, and people grew up on Fortnite. But we don't really have anything since Fortnite that people are still really growing up on that's any different than the games we've had in the last 15 to 20 years anyway. The top of Twitch is literally still GTA 5. Just roleplay shit. Fucking, that game's also a decade old. Is it a decade? Over a decade old now? And like the mods on top of the game basically became the foundation for that game to be the still one of the biggest games on Twitch. So until our generation is out of the gaming market, I don't see why they wouldn't just try to milk the nostalgia and then let younger generations come in to also be just as invested. Because, like, bro, the thing about 360 and the older consoles was, like, the amount of involvement that you could have on a social level. Like, and trying to report into all these games without having a social dynamic to it, that's actually what makes, like, that's kind of killing it. It's killing it from a content side of things, because, like, you could have people making more and more content around Black Ops 2, how people did back in the day, but people would be doing it like 10 times that now. But you can't really do that. Well, I say that the Xbox 360's lobbies exist, and I still have a 360 mic and stuff.
Care package inbound.
Yeah, well, but at the same time, our generation is also dealing with one of the worst economic positions that we've had in the last fucking 100 plus. I mean, bro, this is even worse than the Great Depression, practically. Like, we technically don't have the money like we used to. But the thing is that we don't need the model that we had of, like, spending $60 on every single one of these games. They literally could just make an entire interface for people to interact with across Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. Make it something that people can play for free, and then just add in all the other ways, or make it like a subscription, and just let everybody come to the same fucking place. Easy. Easy. But, like, aside from whenever they started adding in microtransactions into, like, Black Ops 2 and having map packs, like, it's not like they were making that much more money off of people after that stuff in those games anyway. That's probably why they abandoned them. But, you know, we don't have the... Most people don't have $60, $80 to spend to get another fucking... to get anything. I'd be surprised at this point if GTA 6 does as well as people think it's going to, because most people cannot afford an $80 fucking game. Grayson, what the fuck are you? What are you putting in the chat, Twin? What am I looking at? What am I looking at right now? Oh, it's an Easter Island head. I was like, what the fuck is that, bro?
Hardpoint identified.
I just think it's crazy to me that, like, for instance, in my own personal venture, that if I also want, like, I think the thing is, a lot of people also lost, like, what am I trying to say? I don't think that people care if they have to restart either on a lot of these games. I wouldn't care if I had to restart my Halo 3 rank, and if I had to get all of my levels and all the Call of Duties. Like, I don't think anyone would really care about having to restart either. But it's just like, Bro, please.
Hostile hunter.
Somebody's gonna do it. Like, here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing about AI, where we're at, all that shit. Like, someone's gonna do it. I think maybe that's what Xbox is banking on right now. Maybe they're just like, fuck it. We don't need to put resources to it. We'll let a local community figure it out, build it, make it, put it into an app, have it all smooth, and then we'll come in and we'll buy it. Like,
Hardpoint identified.
maybe that's the fucking thing. I don't know. But I hope they figure it the fuck out and figure it out fucking soon. Because, like, with how... I mean, I say all this, like, with how boring
Hostiles have captured the
and
hard.
non-eventful newer games are, and, like, still, since Fortnite, we really haven't had anything crazy. We've had... You know, some things have had some moments to them. Arc Raiders had a moment. What else? Like Apex, I guess, had a moment, maybe. I never really gave a fuck about that game, though, to be honest. Like, I feel like Fortnite was it. Rocket League, yeah.
Hostile UAV above.
I never really liked Rocket League either, to be honest. It really also wasn't like... I'm kind of just thinking more of like the pivotal games. Like, we still have yet to have another game that really, like,
Hardpoint identified.
changes the fucking matrix up again.
Hardpoint contested.
I'm getting fucking clocked by this damn thing in the air, bro. Somebody. Yo, I'm getting shit on. Please. Well, Black Ops is Black Ops 2.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested.
I have played Xbox 360 Black Ops 2, though, by the way. It still is pretty fire.
Be
I
advised.
think it's one of the only ones that you can really still play anymore, even.
Hostile UAV above.
Bruh. The C4.
Hardpoint identified.
It just makes me think, in a way, I wonder how many games people would actually still be trying to play if the servers for them didn't disappear. Because, like, you know, I think, like, for instance, for Halo, the Master Chief Collection is, like, was not it, to be honest. I don't think the Master Chief Collection was it for Halo. And I feel like without keeping the original servers on, they kind of fucked it, to be honest. RIP Lost Planet. Yeah. There was a couple games too from the early 360 days that I'm like, man, why'd y'all have to fuck it up? And just, I know hosting a server obviously costs fucking money, so it's not like, you know, that just was the unfortunate part about these older online games, is that, like, they didn't build any other revenue source to even keep themselves alive. So it's like, even if the community wanted to support the game for it to make sense, because they didn't, I mean, at the time, I don't think anybody was thinking of how, you know, things developed into today's world. Nobody thought of the concept of how these microtransactions could really scale from an IP standpoint, because at Black Ops 2, if they knew that they could do if they were doing skins like they do in fucking the newer CODs, and they were doing all that shit, bro, it would, this game, all the older Call of Duties would have lived for at least a few more years. And maybe even had a way where they didn't have to get rid of them.
Hardpoint identified.
Got him.
Lightning strike awaiting coordinates.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know how, like, that's probably pretty contractual, but I wouldn't. It probably still just isn't going to be enough scaled revenue, though, for those devs to, like, cover their bills on the game itself, and then, like, be able to pay their own bills. So